Welcome back to the fuel section here. I'm your host, Joe Munoz, and today on this game show we're going to be discussing the fuel system, okay? All right, hey, let's talk about this fuel system here, the fault lights. Of course, we're going to go through all the fault lights, and extremely important, we're going to be talking about the auto logic. If there's anything that you've learned with all these videos so far, it's that auto logic is always primordial material. I know I'm probably repeating myself here multiple times already, sound like a broken record. All right, but that is definitely coming. So if you're taking notes, we're going to go through an incredibly important auto logic part here with this fuel system, and all four, regardless of which one hits 1650 first, will open. Those transfer valves will remain open for the remainder of the flight, and all outer tank fuel will transfer into the inner tanks. Those valves will only close again upon refueling once we're on the ground. Now, let's review that once more, because maybe you're sitting there thinking, Joe, why do I got to go from center to inner, from inner to center, and then I got to go back to the outer tanks, right? Why am I going all over the place, man? Inner tanks, so we're getting fuel from two separate isolated tanks, right? Now, once we transition through the critical phase of flight, how does the aircraft know that we've done that? Because the slats are retracted. Now we go back to burning center tank until we burn all the way down to zero, right? Or to the low level sensor to be, if you want to be 100% right on point here with your examiner, we burn to the low level sensor for 5 minutes, right? After the 5 minutes, we swap back to the inner tank.
Takeoff profile, 2 engines, no failures, 400 feet, heading select. And at 1,000 feet, N1, flap up speed. No auto acceleration, and because it's 2 engines, we're going to select N1 and reduce to that climb thrust setting. So had we lost an engine here on this takeoff on the departure, we would not have selected N1 because we do not want to reduce to the climb thrust N1 limit value. Instead, we want to keep that takeoff power since we're only with 1 engine, and instead we would only accelerate to the flap up speed, which in turn will reduce the pitch that the flight director bar is commanding and allow us to accelerate by lowering the nose. Same is true on a go around with 1 engine. When you get to 1,000 feet, we would just call for the flap up speed, and we're not actually going to reduce to the climb thrust.
1StepPrep.com, Quan and Joe, the J&J team, your friends in training program success, have the absolute pleasure today of taking you on a pre-flight walk around of the beautiful 737 next generation model aircraft. On the back side of the engine, okay, I like to take a look in, okay. This is really where you get an appreciation for a high bypass engine. You can see just how much air is actually bypassing this engine here. But what I like to do is make sure that in here, we don't have any types of tools, no screwdrivers, no wrenches, no coffee cups, no iPhones, iPads, or whatever, right? We don't want to make sure that this thing is clear and that nothing's gonna get roasted up in here, because that's obviously, of course, what would happen, but we don't want to damage our motor in the process. Here's our aft cargo door back here, and also this is a great position from where we are right now to get a good look at this empennage section. Everything from the vertical stabilizer to the horizontal stabilizer, the rudder, the elevator. I want to make sure I have no bird strikes, no dings. I want to look at the pitot probe that is up on that vertical stabilizer. Remember, that feeds the elevator feel computer. It needs to be unobstructed, free of flags. And we're also looking at the outflow valve, the APU door. have found this video to be informative. And hey, if Juan and Joe, the J&J team, your friends in training program success can help you any way, visit us, 1StepPrep.com. Come see us in Miami. We cannot wait to work with you.
Vamos a repasar un poquito el ditch and switch. Este es el ditch and switch que se encuentra acá. El ditch and switch, ¿qué pasa si nosotros presionamos el ditch and switch? Acuérdense que vamos a tener que la pregunta fácil, la respuesta es fácil. Entonces tenemos dos respuestas, ¿cierto? La primera sería en un oral, ¿qué pasa cuando nosotros seleccionamos el ditch and switch? O le pueden preguntar para qué se usa el ditch and switch. Esa viene siendo muy fácil, ¿cierto? Ya están viendo que hay diferentes maneras que le pueden hacer esta pregunta. ¿Cuáles son esas válvulas? Y siempre nosotros les enseñamos que de derecha a izquierda en el panel le va a ser un poquito más fácil a ustedes recordarse. ¿Ok? So, si ustedes ven el panel, capitanes, si ustedes ven el panel, vamos a empezar de derecha a izquierda. ¿Ok? Tenemos va a cerrar 5 válvulas por abajo de la línea del agua, ¿cierto? Que sería la extract valve, ¿ok? Y entonces la de blower, esta de blower la cambiamos por la inlet, ¿ok? Es solamente para que ustedes se acuerden cuando estén en un oral cómo seguir o el seguimiento o la secuencia de responder. Son 5 válvulas, empiezan en el panel de ventilación de derecha a izquierda, ¿ok? Eso sería la extract valve, la inlet valve, que sería la de blower, es solamente para que se acuerden, cambian el blower por inlet, ¿ok? De ahí va a pasar a la ram air valve, después seguimos con la pack flow control valve y la main outflow valve. So, esas serían las 5 válvulas, ¿cierto? Sería la extract valve, la inlet valve, ¿ok? La ram air valve, pack flow control valve y la main outflow valve. Lo único que se tienen que acordar es que cuando estén en el panel de ventilación, la que dice blower, solamente las cambian por la inlet. Es solamente para que se acuerden, ¿ok? Para que no se les olvide, porque muchas personas nos dicen, Capi, pero no nos podemos acordar a veces de las 5 válvulas y es una de las maneras más fáciles de recordarse. Empiezan de derecha a izquierda y así no van a tener ningún problema en su oral. ¿Estamos bien?
For thousands of pilots that I've worked with from all over the world. And I'm talking from South Korea, Nigeria, Africa, parts of South America, Central America, Panama. I go to Colombia, teach them in Spanish and en español. Yo sí hablo de español también. Para todos los pilotos latinos también. Te enseñamos en español. We talk to you in Spanish as well, right? And then we go up and we train them in Canada, we train them in Russia, and wherever you're at. The JJ team is in the house. We're mobile. We're coming to you. We can't wait to work with you. Reach out. Now, this training plateau is generally pure saturation of information and also a combination of fatigue. They've been gone from home potentially for a long time, sleeping in a bed that's not theirs, eating food that's maybe not the best, disrupting their normal daily routine as they know it back at home. And so we got to be sensitive to this. And this is where I tell them, look, I know you're gone from home. I know you're away from your family. You're out of your routine. You're eating poorly. You're not exercising, whatever it is. I empathize with that. What I would like for you to do is take a couple days off, reset, refresh, okay? Just smell the flowers for a second. And then what I do is I allow them to reset and come back in and be a little bit more engaged with what we're doing. And also, okay, some instructors may think that taking a day off is actually counterproductive, but the truth is it's not. Because when you're overly saturated with information, you need a day to organize what you already have. And so think about this for a second. If you are in an office and you have a filing cabinet, okay, that they keep bringing you files onto your desk, and they say, hey, I need you to put this away, that away, this away, that away, this away. And every day for the last 14 days, they're dropping files on your desk. And you have to organize and file the data away into this cabinet. It would be nice to get a day off where you could say, hey, finally, tomorrow I'm off. They're not going to drop any more data on my desk for me to file. So I can take a moment to breathe and to catch up with sorting out the files that have already been placed on my desk. And this is the same thing that holds true for instruction. We are every day dropping data onto the minds of our students. And at some point, the level of task and data saturation exceeds what your student is able to file away in their minds. They need a day or a second day off in order to take time to catch up. And this is not counterproductive by any means. It's actually very productive and helps your student progress well through the training program. We look forward to working with you. You can work with us in person. You can work with us online on video. Be sure to check out our video training platforms at 1StepPrep.com, where with just the video segments alone, we guarantee a passing oral exam or full refund. So imagine videos plus in-person training. We do it with students all the time, and we cannot wait to do it with you. We look forward to it.